Hello everybody, welcome
Hello.
to episode 7.
Seven.
We've been doing this now for a little while. This fortnight we've got quite a few things happening. So we've got the tale of Dorcas in the freezer. We've got beer.
Beer, bottling the beer.
Yep. We are doing pineapples, and we're doing the peaches that Charlotte picked up for me, $10. We found them on Facebook. The lavenders, so the little gardens down by the shed.
First to the sweet peas, even though it's still really hot.
It is really hot. We've put pineapples in the garden, so there's a little bit happening again. Stay tuned and keep watching. So you'll never guess where we are. We're at the bookarama. And yes, that's Mark's pile of books. That's my pile of books. I have 4.
There's plenty more I can get. Bradman, Matty Hayden, David Boone, all the classics.
Ah dear. And you get grumpy with me about the amount of books I have. Oh well.
You always buy more than me.
I've got 4.
Yeah. I've only sort of really actually 1, 2.
No, that
4.
doesn't count.
Seasonally adjusted, it's 4.
So what is it, 8?
No, seasonally adjusted, it's 4.
He's got 8. I'm having a bit of a problem at the moment. We have got the naughtiest cats in our house. And pretty much several times a week for about the last month, excuse me, they've been knocking my palm down in my office. Now, I got this as a really tiny little seedling, and I've grown it to this height. You can see where the cats chomped it last season, so I had it outside to let it grow and do well, and it's come back really well. But now they're knocking it down, and every time they knock it down, it comes out of its pot and it bare roots it, and it is driving me insane. So in sheer desperation, I've brought it back outside and sat it in a pot of water, so to try and rehydrate it a bit, which it's thankfully survived again. These parlour plants are really hardy, which is probably just as well. But I'm going to have to put some thought around how I'm going to go forward from here and try and salvage them. Now, the other thing, Mr. Pitt, if you come round this way, bring one of those. We have pineapple heads. So we've been growing these in the pots for, what, about 4-6 weeks?
Yeah, a bit.
And do you want to just show them the roots? So
That one's not as good.
that one isn't as well rooted. We've had that and that one. That's the oldest of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one has gone ahead, oops,
It was a bought one.
in leaps and bounds. Was that the Paradise Palm?
Yeah.
So it was the Paradise Palm, and look at its root system. So we've just had it sitting in water. We've also got the slip down behind me. So if you could get me this, oh, it's over there.
What's the slip?
The slip.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that the base of the plant.
Oh, no.
No, the base of the plant, Hang on, I'm going to turn you. Oh my God. Sorry, excuse us. In the background, I don't know if you can see it, we've actually netted the brassicas. Yay! So, which is good. So we're going to try and keep the birds off them. Now, if you remember, about 4-6 weeks ago, I cut the old plant down. Well, there's the old plant, and that's its slip. So hopefully next year we should actually get a pineapple on that. So what we did, we just cut it down and left it in its pot and let it do its thing. So it's also going out today. So we'll show you some pictures once it's in the ground. So one of the habits I've got into over the last few years is when I make something like a lasagna or a roast or something, I usually make it extra. Now, tonight, because it's just the 2 of us, I didn't do a whole chicken. Instead, I had a tray of chicken legs. And so I had enough to make the basis of 2 roast meals. So each of those has got potato, sweet potato, and 2 chicken legs. Now, the great thing about doing this is like you can just add a few extra veggies. You can boil them up on the stove, or you can throw them in the microwave, whatever you've got. And you have a reasonably quick cooked meal. You just got to grab your chicken leg meal out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave, do your veggies, and dinner's done in about 10 minutes. Maybe a few extra, depends on how good your freezer is. And this is a habit that I've had for quite some extended period of time. So as I said, if I'm making a lasagna or a shepherd's pie or something, I'll always do an extra and throw it in a takeaway container. And then one of those nights when we're looking for a quick, easy meal, we've been away, we've been doing something, there's something there to eat, and we're good to go.
Okay, hello.
Videoing this.
So what you doing?
I am packaging up meat.
Mm.
Good morning.
Well, here we are. Young Dorcas is now being butchered and is the last of the packing of the meat. And we're what do you call it?
Cryovacuum.
Cryovacuum, just like Roy Orbison's song.
And it's
Cry.
incredibly messy.
Yeah, that was why probably Roy was crying. I'm just crying. Can't sing, but enthusiasm is overwhelmed by lack of ability. Anyway, yeah, so we're just finishing the last. The butcher did his job this morning. He was exceptionally efficient and quick. So about 2.5, 3 hours. She's all cut up. There's 136 kilos dressed weight of her, so give or take 280, 300 kilos for weight. And
she was 9 months old.
That's the cryovac in action. I don't know if you can see it or hear me. Oh yeah, it's sucking the air out of it and sealing it up. So it's a pretty cool little gadget and very good for keeping your meat in the freezer.
And I haven't had much chance to use it.
Except now. Okay, 136 kilos of meat and some dog food that we had bought before. It's night, so it's looking a bit dark out here. But the chest freezer is almost full. Now if I close that up, I'm not sure.
I'm having a bit of a problem at the moment. We have got the naughtiest cats in our house. And pretty much several times a week for about the last month, excuse me, they've been knocking my palm down in my office. Now, I got this as a really tiny little seedling, and I've grown it to this height. You can see where the cats chomped it last season, so I had it outside to let it grow and do well, and it's come back really well. But now they're knocking it down, and every time they knock it down, it comes out of its pot and it bare roots it, and it is driving me insane. So in sheer desperation, I've brought it back outside and sat it in a pot of water. So to try and rehydrate it a bit, which it's thankfully survived again. These parlour plants are really hardy, which is probably just as well. But I'm going to have to put some thought around how I'm going to go forward from here and try and salvage them. Now, the other thing, Mr. Pitt, if you come round this way, bring one of those. We have pineapple heads. So we've been growing these in the pots for, what, about 4-6 weeks?
Yeah, a bit.
And do you want to just show them the roots? So
That one's not as good.
that one isn't as well rooted. We've had that and that one. That's the oldest of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one has gone ahead, oops,
It was a bought one.
in leaps and bounds. Was that the Paradise Palm?
Yeah.
So it was the Paradise Palm, and look at its root system. So we've just had it sitting in water. We've also got the slip down behind me. So if you could get me this, oh, it's over there.
What's the slip?
The slip.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that the base of the plant.
that. Oh, no,
No, the base of the plant, Hang on, I'm going to turn you. Oh my God. Sorry, excuse us. In the background, I don't know if you can see it, we've actually netted the brassicas. Yay! So, which is good. So we're going to try and keep the birds off them. Now, if you remember, about 4-6 weeks ago, I cut the old plant down. Well, there's the old plant, and that's its slip. So hopefully next year we should actually get a pineapple on that. So what we did, we just cut it down and left it in its pot and let it do its thing. So it's also going out today. So we'll show you some pictures once it's in the ground. So it's Friday night. We're sitting at home. We're knackered. We've been setting up the hall ready ready for the training awards tomorrow night. And Mark has one of his, it could be crap beers. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it could be shit beers.
Yeah, but this is the new one. This is the new one.
Yeah.
So we didn't label this one.
No. All right, open it up. Oh, yeah, there was, oh, that's a fizz. That's a fizz. That's a fizz.
Ready?
Yep.
Ooh, go you.
That's excellent.
So this is the Queensland bitter.
We certainly would know if they had. And the fight continues. There's been some indication that
even got bubbles.
Attacks in the zone and
Okay, we've got, well, they're
Capsicums.
capsicums. Mihatma capsicums.
No, they're not.
Not Mihatma capsicums.
There is something or other hat.
Yeah. And there's the chilies, where we're getting the chilies all cut. So they're a mixture of different bowls,
Types.
types. Yay, chilies! So we're going to dry them and powder them. Well, actually, I'm saying the royal we. Nicola's going to dry the chili flakes. And then we're going to powder them up so we can keep them.
That won't be powdered. They'll be flaked.
Flaked. Well, powdered flake thing.
No,
Very
they're
similar.
no, they're different.
Like there'd be like dried chilies. That'd be like the same, almost. Nearly anyway. So we'll follow over here, skipping the very messy kitchen into the air dryer. And this is a nutty little device. You can do a whole range of things in it. Everything from chicken hearts and liver treats for the puppies through to chilies. And what else we've done in them? Fruit.
Herbs.
Herbs.
I do my herbs in them. So we've got, I think that's basil. No, that's sage.
Sage. That's sage.
That's sage. And I've got...
Where's Mr. Faulty? Puzzle? No, okay, he's not in a joke. Anyway, so we're going to about put this on.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Dry some chili.
I'll go do the capsicums first.
I totally knew we were going to do the capsicum first, and then we're going to dry some chili and capsicum. Okay, it's very muggy, and I don't know how well you can see the clouds, but we had 9 mil of rain again last night, which seems to be our lucky number out of a little storm. So we're getting the beds ready, following up from last week.
And we lost power for about an hour.
Lost power for about an hour. We have 3, 1, 2, 3, not 4, not 2, but 3 lavenders. And they're going into 1, 2, 3 spots, because the beds are being used for the...
That one will be the one nearest is the hyacinth, and the other one, I'm not sure. It depends how many hyacinth bulbs I've got.
Stuff. So it'll be like green flowery stuff. So we got some potting mix to mix with the mushroom compost. And yeah, and then we brought over, we got Nicola's natty little trolley, and I got the wheelbarrow. We're talking about where we're going to put the sweet peas, so we might be able to even sneak some sweet peas in here just a little bit, get them started.
Just up the back.
St. Patrick's Day was last week.
Last week.
And normally you would plant, say, sweet peas on St. Paddy's Day, but it's so hot. So we're sort of trying to let them give it a week or two's grace, but anyway, we'll start getting them out. And then I'm going to try and rake up what's the left of our honeystone gravel with the rakes. Dun, dun, dun.
And I want some mulch.
And you want some mulch?
I want some mulch.
Mulch.
And then, if possible, I wouldn't mind doing a wheelbarrow or two as
Big pile of mulch. Yep. Wheelbarrow or two of
mushroom compost over to the roses and start preparing the beds for winter.
Yep. And we got St. John's. Was the bookarama yesterday?
St. Joseph's.
St. Joseph's. I was close. St. Joseph's bookarama yesterday. We got a really cool book about companion planting, and
I bought a good book on roses for you.
Yeah, you did buy a good book on roses. Apparently roses like garlic. Who knew? So we've had very bad success
Limited.
Uh,
Exceptionally limited.
Exceptionally, like garlic murderers. So we will. I'm going to try. Well, we going to try planting garlic in between the roses this year and see if it does. If the book not speak with forked tongue. So anyway, so that's where we're up to now. Okay, they're hyacinth bulbs, and we just went to get them. Well, actually, I went. The very highly technical storage system, sweet peas, but these are ones that we've harvested. Oh, there you go.
You've got my brown paper bag?
Not yet, so we've got more, but these are ones that we've self-harvested from previous crops. Going back to, I think, 2019, that one's empty, but that was the original packet that it came out of. So we'll give these a run first. So we've put going to try and grow them along the back there, give them something to climb on. And the hyacinths. Okay.
So these are one of my passions. So these and the lilies are my favourites. I love the fragrance, and I love the pretty flowers. But anyway, as you can see, it's March, and they've started to grow. So I need to get these into the garden today. So we'll start on this first bed nearest and see how many I get there. I have got more in the shed somewhere.
Well, they came from the shed and they were hanging up.
Yeah, but we had a box as well.
Box. Yeah, we do. We've got lots of boxes. We've got daffs and tulips and everything down there.
Yeah, it's all a bit disorganised, so I need to get some more of these bags to sort of store them in. These are great because it lets them air, but as you can see, it also lets them start early. And you can actually see. So anyway, so I'm just going to get these straight into the ground. They go in this way up, but as you can see, all the pups have started as well. Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how many I get.
Green pointy end up.
Yeah, green pointy end up. So, and that's the shoot that started.
On it.
Okay, so as you can see, we've got the lavenders are in. That first bed is actually chock-a-block with hyacinth bulbs, which you saw the bag before. There were so many pups, so the pups are in there as well. They probably won't flower this year. That's okay. We want them to grow. My pups are coming thick and fast every year, so that means that obviously we've got the right growing environment for them. This year they're just going straight into a mushroom compost bed, so that should be really high in nutrients for them, should encourage good growth of the flowers. So now what we're doing, Mark is getting me a couple of loads of mulch from down there, and we're going to mulch the beds that are planted. The only one that won't be is that far end one over there, simply because it doesn't have anything planted yet.
So now we have mulch. So sweet peas and lavender in that one, hyacinths in that one, lavender in that one. This one's waiting for something, and lavender in this one. And starts to get rid of the sort of a dirty look around here from when the shed was constructed. That was the road base we put down the other day. And yeah, job done. Time for a coffee.
Our busy fortnight ended with the South Burnett Training Awards, which we ran last weekend, and here's some photos just to send you out with. Hi everybody. Well, we're very late this week, I'm sorry. We've had lots happening, as you will see from the video that's happened. The last week and a bit has been consumed by the training awards. What else?
Turned into autumn this week. We went from super hot, 30s plus, down to autumn cold.
Mid-20s, you know.
Well, not in the mornings, down to
No,
16,
maybe not in
15s.
the mornings, but what else have we done? We planted the hyacinths. Mark got some new hippeastrums, and we got some
sweet peas in.
And some olives.
True.
We planted the cherry, which I didn't end up getting any vision of because it was done late on Sunday evening. We planted the last of the pineapples out.
Yep.
What else did we get up to?
Oh, heaps.
Oh, we went to bookarama. You'll see Mark's haul of immense proportions. Hello. Winston's come here to say hello. You gonna say hello to everybody? Hello. There you go. He's grown a lot since he's been with us. He's now been here 4 months.
About that.
And he and Kayla now are very, very good buddies. Oh, I'm trying to think what else.
That's about it.
Mark opened the beer. You get to see that. We've also put up the Dorcas freezer haul, and we actually have filled the freezer. There just isn't any more space in this. We'll have to get through a little bit. We have actually, we've had some of the mince and some sausages, and it was really quite nice.
Steak.
It's very, very sweet.
Yep.
So
Steak.
yes, steak. We've made another batch of beer. There's just been, you know, I said we opened it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't make it, but we opened it.
You put another one down.
Yeah, 2 weeks after.
Am I 2 weeks after myself? See, it's just been too much happening. So between all of those things and trying to get some work done for university, it's just been flat stroke here. So we are a little bit late with the video this week. Next week should be a little bit quieter. We've got some Easter things happening. We've got the family project we'll be doing this coming weekend.
Yeah, I hope so.
So I'm going to leave it there. Are you going to leave it there? We're going to leave it there.
That's because
all right.
we're Batman.
Maybe. Okay. We'll see you all in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye. If you enjoyed tonight's video, please remember to subscribe to our channel, to like the video, and to leave a comment, because that helps us to get found by the YouTube algorithm. If you do subscribe to the channel, don't forget to ring the bell and add all notifications so that you always see when there's a new video coming. And from us, that's goodbye.